40 is the new 20, or so we heard. It's hard to believe we are already at the 14th edition of the Keep an Eye on It. As proud as we are of the column's success, it's also a testament to sheer number of turn-based games being developed by hard-working, big-dreaming developers all over the world. So, be sure to wishlist every game you are interested in, because this will help a lot the devs and their store pages. Anyway, let's go! The upcoming dice battle is designed with head-to-head online matches in mind, though it does have a PvE adventure mode as well. In constructing your deck, you assign icons to the faces of 6-sided dice. Each icon has a different effect when rolled, from directly damaging an opponent to generating mana for spell to negating opponent's dice. When it's time to find a match, you'll bring a deck of 5 dice, then select 3 once you are in front of your opponent. You can always see what dice your opponent has, so you can make the best possible decision based on that information. While the game is dice-based, it removes a little bit of the randomness that would be found with physical dice in the name of strategy and fun. For example, a die can never land on the same face as its last roll. This prevents you from having a streak of overly good or bad rolls, but also informs your strategy. Overall, the game is a cool concept sure to attract tabletop fans. The release date is yet to be announced on Steam. Origin Studios' debut title is like a sci-fi Darkest Dungeon. Exile Origin puts players on a brutal, violent prison planet. With your team of rebels, you'll lead an uprising and discover the horrifying truth behind planet C-42 and the religious cult that rules the galaxy. This gives it a bit more story than its fantasy counterpart, but there are plenty of randomness, events and build options to give the game replay value. Exile Origin is not for the squeamish. The game includes depictions of prisoners having their tongues cut out in a ritual that is apparently common in the Origin cult. If that doesn't bother you and you are looking for some challenging roguelike gameplay, you can give it a try when it launches on the 1st of June on Steam. After the death of the king without an heir, a royal seal was given to each of the 6 noble houses in the realm. The 7th was given to the royal steward, only to be awarded, along with the throne, to the noble who could gather the other 6. In this X-based medieval strategy game, you'll lead one of the competing noble houses in your bid to earn or take the seals from your rivals. Defeated players are not removed from the game, but instead become vassals of their conquerors. With its low poly graphics and board game feel, we are excited to try the 7th seal when it launches on the Q2 of 2022 on Steam. Colossal Citadels brings the supply chain gameplay of Factorio into an epic fantasy setting. As you explore an uncharted continent, you'll discover new and exotic resources. Building your settlements around these resources will allow you to empower your workers, raising them from simple farmers and woodcutters to mastercraft people and mighty heroes. As you encounter the danger of the land, your heroes will be put to test in deterministic auto battles. Players who like finding efficient ways to automate and streamline their production will have a lot to enjoy in Colossal Citadels. Better still, it offers both cooperative and competitive multiplayer modes. The game is set to enter early access later this year on Steam. In Far Away From Home, a group of friends is pulled through a rift created by an Hadron Collider. Apparently the only humans in a new world where they find themselves, they have to find out what happened and get home if they can. With graphic and gameplay heavily inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics, Far Away From Home has appeal for classic TRPG fans. There's a character customization and item crafting that allow you to build the team that's right for your playstyle, and one of your party members is a dog. Yes, you can pet the dog. The game is expected to release sometimes in 2022 on Steam. Game Mechanics' first game has the potential to be the best Roman gladiator sim to date. Players will travel the Empire and beyond in search of promising recruits for their ludus. The game boasts a combat system that minimizes randomness, so your choices in training and on the sand will determine whether your gladiators live or die. Glory of the Colosseum is designed to be challenging, and its roguelike nature makes it good for multiple playthroughs. The game is coming soon on Steam. Rising Mist is a story-driven RPG with multiple endings and difficulty levels. As the land of Okoterra falls under the sway of a dark power, you'll travel between the game's 26 cities in search of allies for your rebellion. You'll need to master crafting, courage, and combat in order to save the world from tyranny. With hand-drawn visuals and a deep world to explore, this indie charmer is a great choice for players who want to get lost in a game setting. Best of all, you don't have to wait. Rising Mist released 24 of February 2022 on Steam. What started as a mod for Pixel Dungeon has, after 8 years of development, become its own game. Shattered Pixel Dungeon has an incredible amount of variety, with 5 dungeon biomes, dozens of enemies, and hundreds of equipment, items, and skills to obtain. Shattered Pixel Dungeon is designed to run on any device, meaning it plays just as well on mobile as it does on PC. The game releases this March on Steam and Android. This isometric tactical RPG puts players in the shoes of a prince of Ixtona. As a conspiracy threatens the hard-won peace in the kingdom, only your band of heroes can stop the plot that's been set in motion. The gameplay will be immediately familiar to anyone who's played the genre before, and there is plenty of story and character development to be had in Legend of Ixtona as well. The game also has a village management system allowing you to earn global bonuses by investing in new facilities. Players with an appreciation of the classic will want to check this one out. It's available on mobile already, though its Steam release date has not yet been announced, on Android and Steam. Space is one of the best settings for horror. It's a place where humans absolutely aren't supposed to be, and plays perfectly on our natural fear of the unknown. In this tactical dungeon crawler set about the space station Fratseva 7, you'll be tasked with fighting off the demons that have invaded reality. It's Doom meet aliens in a pixelated roguelike. What's not to love? Players will not only need to find weapons and equipment to fight the interdimensional menace, but they also need to study the creatures and the principles that allow them to exist in our universe. One mistake and it could be game over, man. Game over. Quasimorphosis Exordium launches on 28 February on Steam. Just keep an eye on it, and let me know what you think about these 10 games in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting us through a member program, the Patreon page, the Buy Me a Coffee page. Lots of perks and mystery box await you. Wish you the best, ciao!